today for a brand new video. As you may know, the Christmas season is upon us, and Christmas for some reason is very important to the wizards in Harry Potter. So today we are going to do a Christmas challenge all around both of the Wizarding World lands to get all the Christmas treats, see all the Christmas decor, the Christmas show, Christmas entertainment, fun book details. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. It's going to be merry and magical. I'm excited. First things first, when you come to the Wizarding World during this time of year, it is decorated beautifully for the holidays. There is gorgeous custom garland everywhere, and oftentimes the garland matches whatever you're looking at, so the shops will have different things on it. Like, let's go look over here at Sprint Witches Sporting Needs, which is the Quidditch supply shop, and you can see all the garland is made out of golden snitches. It's gorgeous! And if you think this decor is beautiful during the daytime, you have to come here at night. We're of course going to come back to Hogsmeade tonight because there is a projection show on Hogwarts Castle, special for the holidays. Last year you had to go on the holiday tour to see it, but this year anyone can. So we're going to see this all lit up at night, but I absolutely adore the decor in this land. They have jelly beans over at Honeydukes and that garland. They've got antlers at the Three Broomsticks, flowers over the herbology store. It's just all amazing. Look at these trees that are decorated with awesome ribbon outside of the stage here. You've got a Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff tree on one side and a Slytherin Gryffindor tree on the other. That's a bold choice to put the Slytherins and the Gryffindors together. Like I said, this challenge isn't going to just include things like decor for the holidays or the holiday show. I'm also going to be throwing out some details from the Harry Potter book series and some Easter eggs that you can find throughout the land that represent those Christmas things. Now, if you're a fan of the Harry Potter series, then you know that in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry receives an incredible Christmas gift, and that's the invisibility cloak that he later finds out was given to him by Albus Dumbledore. But with that invisibility cloak, he goes on some late night adventures around Hogwarts, and he stumbles upon the Mirror of Erised. That is the Mirror of Desire that you can see in the queue here of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey inside Hogwarts. And of course that mirror shows whatever the person truly desires, which is heartbreakingly sad because all Harry sees is him with his parents. Now I'm sad at Christmas. Headed inside to Filch's Emporium now. This is the shop at the exit of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. And not only can you find some Christmas gifts here for the loved one in your life, the Harry Potter fan in your life. I mean, obviously they've got anything you could ever think of, but they also have a whole Christmas room. We're gonna go check out some Christmas merchandise, but they also have a couple of cool Easter eggs in here. The way they've set this up, there's a little corner for each house, as well as some just general gifts. So that was Gryffindor. Here's the best corridor. That would obviously be the Slytherin corridor. Let's take a look at some of the ornaments and gifts. So you can buy the ribbon that we saw on the trees out there. You can buy that if you'd like. They also have a bunch of different ornaments. They've got house bells, they've got house mascots. Here's the snake right here. House plaques, and then they also have just really pretty general Hogwarts ornaments like this one. But this ornament is actually new this year. I really love it. It is a set of robes, and they have one for each of the 4 houses. They also have stockings and banners if you would like to hang those by the chimney with care. And then of course some winter wear for each house. They've got scarves and hats, etc. Over here I'm spotting some of the other ornaments. So here's the ribbon for all 4 houses. There is also right here, that's a Hogwarts Express stocking. So they have a bunch of collections that are not specific to one house. So they have owl collections, they have Hogwarts Express collections. Here are some of the ornaments from the owl collection. You can see an owl sitting atop a bunch of books. You've got this owl post ornament, as well as this one where it's Hedwig with the broomstick. A couple more house ones right there. Here we have some Hogwarts crest ornaments, Quidditch cup with the broomsticks on the front, Hogwarts Express, train ticket, love that one, have that one, platform 9 3/4, and a lot more Hogwarts Railways ornaments. You could do a whole tree if you wanted to, just of the train, which I would support you if you wanted to do that. Here's the Gryffindor section. Looks like they have gloves as well. That's nice. And your Gryffindor ornaments, Gryffindor apparel. Now this stuff isn't just available here at Filch's Emporium, although this is a pretty large selection of it. You can find a lot of this stuff over in Diagon Alley. You can find a lot of it in the big shops at the beginning of the parks as well. So this isn't the only place to get all these Christmas goodies. It's just a good place, and as you can see, there's not a lot of people in here because they don't come all the way back in here. Here are some other ornaments you can do. We have some Yule Ball costume ornaments. These are some of my favorites, and these are also great for the Christmas video because, if you recall, the Yule Ball happens over Christmas. So they have these hilarious ornaments where it's like the outfits. There's Harry's, there's Ron's, there's Victor Crumb's, Fleur, Luna, no, Ginny, and Hermione. So those are very fun ornaments. You also have this Yule Ball ornament right here, which I love and may add to my Harry Potter tree. You've got this Yule Ball ornament. So, and just some classic ribbon here. Actually, it says Yule Ball on it, so there's a Yule Ball section as well. There are these house bell ornaments. This one's really cool. That's an ornament of the Fat Lady. I think yes, it's holographic, so it moves. That's so cool. There's the Fat Lady. A little frame one. Again, a Hogwarts crest. And then here are more just general ones. I love these ones of Harry's Hogwarts letter. Hogwarts and a little globe there. Trunk. Sorting hat. Oh, the Monster Book of Monsters. That is adorable. So, ton of ornaments. If you want to do a full Harry Potter tree, I encourage you. I support it. I have one, so don't worry, friends. I found gloves from the other houses. So if you were worried about your fingies getting cold, but you didn't want to wear Gryffindor, I get it, and you don't have to. And now for those Easter eggs. Here is a wizard chess set. It can be yours for the low price of $400. Which is a lot of monies, but it's beautiful. It is like so ornately carved and it's awesome. But why would I point out a wizard chess set? Harry Potter nerds, yell at your TVs. That's because Harry and Ron spent a lot of time Christmas break in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's and or Sorcerer's Stone, depending on what continent you're reading this in. They spent a lot of time playing wizard chess, which is of course foreshadowing to running into McGonagall's chess set when they're hunting for the to save the Sorcerer's Stone. So you can buy this $400 chess set, or you can just come look at it and admire it. The other very awesome Easter egg here inside Filch's Emporium is the Marauders map on display in here. Now, if you watch it, it's faded a little bit, but if you watch it closely, you can actually see people moving. You can see their footsteps and everything. It's very, very neat. But the Marauders map, if you're not sure what it has to do with Christmas, it was actually a gift from Fred and George Weasley, the twins. We love them, and they stay together forever, and nothing bad ever happens to them, and that's how I like to think about it. But they give this to Harry on the last Hogsmeade vacation, right at the start of Christmas break, because they said he needs it more than them. So this was their Christmas present to Harry, which is awesome. Eagerly waiting to see the Frog Choir now. They perform daily but during the holiday season, which runs to January 2nd. They will be performing Christmas songs with their frogs. Is there anything better than that?
Ding dong, make the Christmas morning rise. Fly high across the sky, like the Christmas night. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, last a Christmas bell.
frog choir, especially the sassy Slytherin girl, was like shooing people off the stage when she was coming front and center, and she was very good. And she had the best voice. She was amazing. So if you have a moment while you're here celebrating Christmas in the Wizarding World, I definitely recommend the frog choir. This is the Wizarding World section at Universal Studios Florida, and it is absolutely gorgeous. But before we go inside Diagon Alley, before we leave London, we're gonna go pop over and say hello to a special someone. You may notice that one house isn't decorated for the holidays. But that's because that's, of course, number 12 Grimmauld Place, headquarters of the Order of the Phoenix and resident of the Black family. And if you watched for long enough, you may see a certain someone that we're here to say hello to. There he is. Hi, creature! Hi, creature! Remember when you gave Harry maggots? Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Yeah. The reason we have to say hello to Creature is if you remember after Sirius dies, may he rest in peace, Harry inherits number 12 Grimmauld Place, and therefore Creature. And Creature gives Harry a box of maggots. A true gift. Creature comes around though. Creature comes around by book 7, but in book 6 he's not thrilled to be Harry's. We also have to mention Grimmauld Place is the home of Christmas in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, one of my favorite Christmases, minus the whole Nagini attacking Arthur Weasley thing. That's not great, but they get to celebrate Christmas at Sirius's house because they want to be closer to the hospital, and Sirius, who's had a very hard time of it, loves that everybody's there. And I love that scene where it talks about him decorating and singing Christmas carols as he did it because he was so excited to host everybody for the holidays. We have made it into Diagon Alley, which looks just stunning for the holidays. All the garland is incredible, all of the lights, and again, this one looks amazing at night, but the detail in here is amazing, down to the fact that over Nocturne Alley, it's a dead wreath. Let's go look at some of these incredible pieces of garland. Do you see that Spindlewarps, the wool shop, is balls of yarn for their garland? And then the Daily Prophet has letters on the wreath because they're the newspaper. Flourish and Blots, if you look closely at the flowers, those are pages of a book. And you know what? One of my favorite Easter eggs is right here as well. We've got good old Gilderoy right here outside Flourish and Blots. You can see his moving photo here, selling, you know, of course, his entire collection of literary works. But I like to think of Gilderoy Lockhart as a Christmas character in the stories. If you are a book fan, this isn't in the movies, but as you may remember, when the kids are visiting Arthur at St. Mungo's in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix because he was attacked by the snake, they bump into Gilderoy Lockhart, or what's left of him, after he self-inflicted his own memory wiping charm from Chamber of Secrets. But they see what Gilderoy's like, and it's basically the same. But you know what? He makes a Christmas appearance. Across the way at Madame Malkin's Robes for All Occasions, in the window out there you can see Hermione's Yule Ball dress. Of course, again, that was a Triwizard Tournament event, and that happened over Christmas, so that's fun. And then once again, look at the garland here, and you'll see the beautiful pink roses and decorations, perfect for Madame Malkin's. But we're gonna pop in here for another one of my favorite things that you can purchase. You may have noticed that I am wearing a Christmas sweater hand knitted by Molly Weasley, and you can get your own here. You can get an H for Harry, an F for G for Fred and George, which I'm actually really sad because I wanted that one last year, but they didn't sell those anymore. I think there was a production issue. Molly Weasley was clearly very busy, so she didn't have enough F and Gs. So they didn't have any more of those when I came last year, so I got Harry, which is great because I love Harry too, but Fred and George are obviously the best choice here. And speaking of the best choice, the worst choice you could get would be Ron. I'm sorry, that's hateful. It's the holiday season. I should try to be kind to Ron, because I know a lot of you get mad when I say Ron's the worst. But like, come on, he's not very nice to his mother or his family. He complains about being poor all the time to Harry. And he's like, I'm so poor, my family loves me too much. And Harry's like, cool, I don't have a family. It's very annoying. But anyway, you can get yourself a holiday sweater, which I would argue that the holiday sweaters knitted by Mrs. Weasley with love are among the best Christmas gifts shared in the books. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so poor. My mom loves me so much. She packs me lunch, but she didn't pack the right kind of lunch meat. Oh man, I have to share with all my brothers and sisters. Yeah, cool. I'm an orphan. But tell me more about how your mom made the wrong sandwich for you. Another nod to Gilderoy Lockhart. Here are his robes. These were actually screen used. One of his costumes from the films. That's right. The Thor director himself wore these. One of my favorite things in the Wizarding World are the Tales of Beedle the Bard, which happen on this stage here in Diagon Alley. They do a couple of different stories, but these are folk tales from the book, Tales of Beedle the Bard, which you may remember Dumbledore gives Hermione. It's basically the Aesop's Fables of the Wizarding World. But one of the iconic tales is the Tale of the Three Brothers, which you probably know is actually the Tale of the Deathly Hallows. And as I said, Dumbledore gives Harry one of those Deathly Hallows for Christmas his first year at Hogwarts. The Invisibility Cloak. It actually was passed down by his father to Harry. Dumbledore borrowed it. Poor timing on Dumbledore's part when he decided to borrow it, am I right? But he gives it to Harry anonymously at Christmas time. Let's take a look at some of the decor over in this area. It's absolutely gorgeous yet again. It's just stunning garlands and lights, and it once again looks incredible at nighttime. I just can't with the decor. Look at the decor over Florian Fortescue's. There are apples and oranges in the garlands there. It's just so absolutely stunning. It's some of the best decor in any theme park, in my opinion. It's subtle and classy and just perfect. And it's, even on Gringotts, you got the garland. And of course, our friend the dragon. But just the wreaths and it's just stunning. We are headed into Magical Menagerie now to find a particular creature that impacted not one, but two Christmases very intensely. The Magical Menagerie is an awesome shop where you can get plushes of a lot of creatures like Fawkes the Phoenix, Buckbeak the Hippogriff, Fluffy the Three-Headed Dog. You've got a dragon here. This is a newer item. It's a Thrustrel, and I did not expect it to be so cute. Why is he so cute and soft? Ugh, do you think I can see him because he's the manifestation of the trauma all of us went through in 2020? It's possible. You can get a Pygmy Puff, Bowtruckle, Fang, but I'm not seeing the particular creature I wanted to find. Okay, turns out they're sold out of the creature I wanted to find, but that's okay. We adapt and overcome, and we will come see this one instead. Yeah, I know. They were out of Nagini, but I wanted to come say hi to you. You probably know Nagini, fan of her work, but she, I was just, yeah. You do know her. Yeah, I thought you might. I was just explaining to the muggles in my camera. Oh, you wanted to say hi? Yeah, that's nice. He said Merry Christmas. I don't know if you understand Parseltongue, but if you are familiar, you may know that Nagini greatly impacted... Okay, now you're just being rude. You may know, I already mentioned that Nagini does attack Arthur Weasley just before the holidays, and Harry sees it in his mind connection with Voldemort in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, but we haven't talked about the fact that that's not the only Christmas that Nagini pops up. She also attacks Harry in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows because she's masquerading as Bathilda Bagshot. Yeah, she almost murders him. That wasn't cool. You get it. And speaking of Bathilda Bagshot, you could give this gift to someone. It is a book, it's a card, but it's the cover of Hogwarts: A History, the book that she wrote, most famously chronicled And then, as you know, she unfortunately met her demise, a la Nagini. And then Nagini took over her body and attacked Harry on Christmas, which is not a very merry holiday. But these amazing cards are actually done by Mina Lima, who designed all of the graphics for the films. I saw their shop at the New York Harry Potter store. I did a whole video on that store we can link for you, but they did all of this. These are prints made by them. In fact, I bought several of these in New York and framed them in a room we have dedicated to Harry Potter because we're cool. Ooh, this one I didn't see. They didn't have this one. That's the Black Family Tree. I may need to add that to the old Harry Potter wall. But these are really cool cards. That would be a great gift for someone if you are in shopping for a Harry Potter fan. So this is, if you're wondering, Wiseacres. It's the blue one across from the entrance to Escape from Gringotts that is shaped like a ship. And this is kind of your general Harry Potter merchandise, shirts and mugs, and they do have a small Christmas selection here as well. And we're headed back to the stage because in a few moments we will be graced by the presence of Celestina Warbeck, everyone's favorite singer in the Wizarding world. And by everyone's, of course, I mean Molly Weasley's. She makes everybody listen to Celestina Warbeck and her Banshees over Christmas break. Fleur Delacour makes fun of her for it, which is very rude. But you know what? We love Celestina, and we love Celestina at the holidays because she puts a holiday twist on her act. Continuing our shopping adventure, look at the gorgeous lanyard garland yet again on Quality Quidditch Supplies. I love the detail in that. But we have to come check out the window right here to look at the Firebolt. The Firebolt was yet again a Christmas present that Harry got. This was a gift from Sirius Black in Prisoner of Azkaban, but as you may remember, he didn't mark it because, you know, everybody thought he was a murderer at that time. So he just suspiciously sent the Firebolt to Harry, and then Hermione told McGonagall, who took it away because she was like, it's probably jinxed because it's probably sent from Sirius, which it was, but it wasn't jinxed because it was, as Sirius said, 13 years worth of missed Christmas presents from your godfather. So we have to always come look at the Firebolt for Christmas. Also, did anyone else think about the fact that, like, Sirius had Crookshanks the cat go get the gold and like the mail the order form? Like, was no one concerned with that? Nobody was like, here's a cat with some gold? No one, that wasn't alarming? All right. Popped inside Quality Quidditch Surprise, though, to look at this moving photo right here of the Chudley Cannons, because it's kind of one of those things, you know, when you say you're into something and then everybody gives you presents based on that thing for the rest of time, which sometimes is great. Like, everyone knows I like Harry Potter, so I get a lot of Harry Potter related presents. But sometimes you like mention to a relative one time that you like something, and then for the rest of time you get things in that color or based on that activity. But the reason I'm pointing out the Chudley Cannons is because Harry gets a lot of Quidditch related presents throughout the entire series, including Ron gives him a book called Flying with the Cannons because the Chudley Cannons are his favorite Quidditch team, and then later Harry actually gives Ron a Chudley Cannons hat. And of course, in classic fashion, Hermione also gives Harry a book about Quidditch later, the Quidditch teams of Britain and Ireland. She also gives Harry a broom polishing kit, but that was for his birthday. Because again, once you know someone's into something, they're only getting presents based on that thing for the rest of the time. Connected to Quality Quidditch Supplies is Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Of course, this is Fred and George's joke shop, one of the best shops. It's so fun in here to just look around and see all the knickknacks and silliness that those two have hooked up. But one thing we could relate to Christmas here, the love potion. This is actually an edible sweet. It's just like liquid sugar, basically. But it's a love potion because in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Romilda Vane gives Harry a box of chocolates laced with love potion because she wants, you know, everyone thinks he's the chosen one and all that glorious mess, which of course he is the chosen one, but people aren't supposed to know that. You get it. And then of course it turns poorly when Ron accidentally consumes it later, thinking it was for him. Nocturne Alley is one of my favorite parts of this land and any theme park land. It's where the not so nice wizards like to hang out, but the detail in here is absolutely incredible. It's home to one of my favorite shops, Borgin and Burke's. Look, there's a wreath on the other side too. It just cracks me up because it's like, fine, we'll decorate. Leave us alone. Like, they don't want to, but they had to. This next adventure did actually take us a few steps out of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Lands. I am in the Holiday Tribute Store, which actually has 4 themed rooms. Don't worry, I've got a whole Best of the Holidays at Universal video where we're gonna explore the entire thing, but here in the final room of the Tribute Store, they have recreated the Yule Ball. So it's absolutely stunning in here, and you can find a bunch of awesome Harry Potter merchandise, including this kitchen line that I own a few pieces from, which is absolutely fabulous. They've also got things like plushes. They've got a lot of the ornaments we've already seen in here. Sweaters like we talked about, all kinds of stuff. But isn't this just beautiful in here? Before we head back over to Hogsmeade for the nighttime show and a few other Christmas details, we had to sneak back into Diagon Alley, right? Look how cool it looks at night, and we're not even in there yet. Isn't it just even more incredibly magical, wonderful, perfect, and amazing at night? Oh, I love it so much. Oh, isn't this just amazing? It is very much worth a visit in the evening time to come look at all these decorations lit up. It's gorgeous. Plus, if the decorations aren't enough to draw you in here at night, seeing the dragon breathe fire at night is even better than during the day. And just so you know, he breathes fire on the 10s every 10 minutes. So at 6 o'clock, 6:10, 6:20, etc., etc. The only time he won't is if there is weather. If it's too windy or raining, he won't breathe fire. So, but otherwise, you can plan on getting your cameras ready on the 10s. And before we leave Diagon Alley, I'm gonna get one of my all-time favorite Wizarding World treats. It used to only be available during the holidays, but now you can enjoy it all year long. Got myself a hot butterbeer, baby. So this is my personal favorite version of butterbeer. There's hot, frozen, and just regular iced. And this, again, used to only be available this time of year, but now it's available year-round, so you can drink it in the 95-degree weather in July if you'd like. And it goes against everything I stand for because it's incredibly sweet and it tastes like a melted cupcake, but I love it, especially when it's a little chilly like it is right now, and looking at Diagon Alley at night or over at Hogsmeade for the winter show. It is truly a phenomenal treat. It is so good. It's drinking a warm cupcake. You can get it at the Hopping Pot, Fountain of Fair Fortune, Leaky Cauldron over on this side. Over at Hogsmeade, you can get it at the Three Broomsticks as well as the Hogshead. So drink up, butterbeer friends. It's a must. As we head to the show, I gotta mention the bathrooms right here where you can hear Moaning Myrtle as a nod to Christmas in Chamber of Secrets when Hermione and Ron stay behind. They don't go home for Christmas so they can finish brewing the Polyjuice potion that eventually turns Hermione into half a cat. God, isn't it just so beautiful at night? Like, I just think this land, I know I've been saying it 100, these decorations are just so beautiful, and it's so magical and whimsical, and Hogsmeade always kind of had a wintry Christmas feel to it, and now it's gorgeous. But we have one more stop before the grand finale of our show, the main event of Christmas at Hogwarts at the holiday season. But we're gonna go to take one more stop to talk about a few more presents that Harry received throughout the series. But I once again want to say hey to Sirius. You can see this wanted poster so much better at night, and think about how long he came from that wanted poster to hosting Christmas at Grimmauld Place. It's really nice to think about. Don't think about what happens after that. I keep getting distracted by how beautiful the Three Broomsticks is, but our last stop tonight is going to be Honeydukes. Honeydukes is the candy shop here in Hogsmeade that all of the youths like to visit while on their getaways. But Harry gets a lot of Honeydukes products as presents throughout the film series, in the book series, so let's talk about it. Let's maybe get a snack. For example, in the very first one, in Sorcerer's Stone, Hermione gives him a bunch of chocolate frogs, and you can get chocolate frogs here. They're actually one of my favorite souvenirs to get because they do have that trading card in it. It's literally just a solid chocolate frog, but you get the trading card, which I think is really fun. Hermione also gives Harry Bertie Bott's Every Flavored Beans as part of his present that year. So I don't know if that was a kind gift or a rude gift, but I actually love Bertie Bott's because it's a risk with every mouthful, you know what I mean? Speaking of Bertie Bott's and chocolate frogs, they have ornaments for both. Aren't these so cute? I might need to add those to my tree this year. Oh, a Slytherin! Okay, I need this, right? It's $24. They have all the houses, it looks like. Mostly Slytherins left, and Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor. I don't see any Ravenclaws. I'm sure they make it, and she's just so popular, she sold out. I just love it in here, and there's a lot of other stuff you could get that would make good presents. A lot of the candies are packaged up, so these would make great stocking stuffers or take homes for any Harry Potter fans in your life. They've got peppermint toads, fudge flies, exploding bonbons. Another ornament right here. This is just a generic ball Honeydukes ornament, but it's very bright and fun. And we are now going to hop in line for the bakery case to get a treat that both Mrs. Weasley and Hagrid gift Harry throughout the film, fudge. Hagrid gives Harry 2 hard treacle tart that almost breaks his tooth, which is not a great present, but it's the thought that counts. And Mrs. Weasley gives him so much candy, or so much homemade fudge, it weighs him down, which is amazing. That's what you want. You want a pseudo-mother to send you so much fudge, you can't handle it. And they sure have a lot of fudge here. They've got a lot of great stuff in here. They've got caramels, they've got fudge, they've got caramel apples, cauldron cakes, pumpkin pasties, ginger newts, no melt ice cream, which is just frosting, spoiler alert. But we are here for fudge, and I don't know what kind to get because while butterbeer fudge is probably the most popular, I don't know what kind of fudge Molly Weasley would make. I feel like she'd do like, my mom and family does chocolate peanut butter, so maybe I'll ask.
I mean, you have to go butterbeer, right?
But would she make butterbeer?
I feel like she'd be a big peanut butter.
I feel like chocolate peanut butter,
Chocolate
maybe?
peanut butter, yeah.
That's what my mom makes, so I feel like that's like the mom, that's like a mom thing to do.
Yeah, it's very mommy. It was chocolate and peanut butter. It's like the perfect combination,
Yeah.
right?
Perfect.
I don't know, I feel like the Weasleys would just like love peanut butter.
I know. Arthur Weasley would be like, this is amazing. How did they make this? How did the Muggles do this? It's incredible. Okay, perfect. Can I please have 1 piece of chocolate peanut butter fudge?
All right, is that going to be it?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Alright.
I got my fudge. The Friendly Witches inside Honeydukes. We all talked about it, and we decided that Molly Weasley would make chocolate peanut butter fudge because the Weasleys would love peanut butter, especially Arthur. And this just feels like comforting, like something a mom would make. So, fudge. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, it's giving me a lot of feelings right now because this is the kind of fudge my mom makes for Christmas. It's so peanut buttery and creamy, and it's rich and delicious, and it's sweet obviously because it's fudge, but the butterbeer fudge is like incredibly sugar sweet, like cannot eat the whole thing, and this one's just like comfort deliciousness. And now I can understand why Harry would want a whole bag of this, but what I would say is, as delicious as this is, and I'm for sure going to eat this whole thing and then probably regret it, if you're gonna get a snack in the Wizarding World, fudge is great, but probably not the most exciting thing you can get. So I still like a pumpkin pasty or a ginger newt, or a pumpkin cake or something a little more exciting and exclusive to the Wizarding World if you're gonna get something out of the bakery case. But if you're a fudge fan, this is very good. For sure, the best thing besides hot butterbeer in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Christmas time is the Magic of Christmas projection show on the castle. You may remember from my Halloween at Hogwarts video, they do these short projection shows where they project nice At Halloween they projected like the Dark Mark and Death Eaters, but it's Christmas time, so they're going to project like the Yule Ball and magical things like that. The show happens every 20 minutes. It starts at sundown, so usually around 6 o'clock this time of year, and it is really, really nice and a great way to end your day. I love it. I'm so excited. Last year this was only available if you did the tour, and this year it's available to anyone. I know it's dark, but I couldn't think of a better place to finish this video. I absolutely adore these projection shows. They're really short, like 10 minutes maybe, and this one had the Weasley twins advertising for Weasley's Bizarre Wizard. It had the ghost, it had a Yule Ball scene, they've decorated a Christmas tree. This one is just like warm, fuzzy. The minute that Hedwig song started and then the Yule Ball music and this little kid in front of me was like, wow, the whole time, and I was crying, and it's just, I love these shows. And if you're here and you're going to spend the day in Universal, I recommend ending by watching one of these shows because they're really cool and they're amazing. So again, the later you go, the less people there are going to be. They start doing a rotating system where they'll move people up and then people rotate out. So the later you go, again, you'll be able to get a better spot. But I definitely recommend sticking around for these shows if you're a Harry Potter fan. Well, friends, that is a wrap on my Harry Potter Christmas video. I hope you had fun following along. I certainly had a magical day exploring the Wizarding World and looking at all of the fun Christmas details, doing some Christmas treats, the Christmas show, of course, and so I hope you did as well. We have a full Universal Holidays video coming your way, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media at AllEarsNet, and until next time, I'm Molly, and it's been magical. Bye! Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.